Hey everybody, One of Weasem here, Wednesday, December 17th, 2014. I nearly said 2015 again. We just took a look at Cobra Cadabra, brand new Magic Element Newlander and Skylanders Trap Team. Again, a turn suit here, if you can't tell by the characters I've added to the central locations on the pool table. It is going to be a Fire Element character. You're probably asking yourself, is it Kaboom or is it Trailblazer? And the correct answer is Trailblazer. Trailblazer is a wicked cool looking Skylander in my opinion. Didn't hear a lot of fanfare for this guy early on. I'm actually pretty dadgum excited to get this guy out, stick him on the portal, and kind of see what he is all about. Now, I'll actually save that. I've got a little something extra for you here at the end, but I'll attempt to remember to do that. He is part of Wave 3. It should be heading to stores anytime now. Keep your eyes out. Don't know where it'll drop first. I do think Toys R Us probably going to have them on this Sunday the 21st, the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, the beginning of the time when the days get longer. That said, again, he's a Fire Element Newlander, joins Torch in that regard. There's a look at the character in the packaging. He actually shows really well. A lot of the characters, you miss out on most of the detail. He actually, the way he's positioned, I guess, on his base, you can kind of get like a really good feel for the character. Trailblazer, Fire Element, obviously, and his slogan is the main event. I'm kind of curious as to what his voice is going to sound like. That's going to be pretty interesting. $9.99 is going to be the retail price. Don't buy these from scalpers. That is just absolutely nuts. From your hand to the portal into the game, it's as simple as that. There's the inset artwork for Mr. Trailblazer. Featured characters, Kaboom. I actually got him this afternoon as well. There's Trailblazer, fellow Newlander, Torch, and then Small Fry. Now, the Fire Element itself, you've got the two minis, Small Fry, Miniature Frino, Wee Ruptor, Miniature Eruptor. Those guys are actually going to be out. I don't have them. I can't show them to you just yet, but they should be available very, very soon. The two Trap Masters, where did I set him down? They're both available now. There's technically three. You've got Kaboom. He's a Wave 3 character. We're going to unbox him soon. That's another reason for you to subscribe. But we have also got Standard Wildfire, a very cool Skylander in my opinion, very hot Skylander I should say. And then of course he has got an in-game variant, Dark Wildfire. So that works very well if you like Wildfire. Then the returning character is actually Frino. He is back and he's in his hog wild form, as you can see here. We've already unboxed, taking a look at him. And then as I mentioned, Trailblazer joins forces with Torch. Fire Element Newlander. Her and Smolderdash, I think, would probably get along pretty well. If you've missed my latest custom, number 12, it features Enchanted Torch. You can get a better look, backstory on her if you check out that video. You can actually check all of them out if you haven't seen them. Number 11, since we're covering these things, was Legendary Chopper. So be sure to check those videos out. That said, this is all about the main event, which is Trailblazer. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy freed from his packaging if we can. I don't have fingernails, so that makes things difficult. My knife is somewhere in this region. I'll actually have to have the knife. I see it over there. It's in the corner pocket region, which I can't reach. But I will actually have to have that to get into the Trap Masters. As cool as that packaging is, it's kind of hard to get open sometimes. So there we go. Obviously, if you care about the packaging, don't do what you just saw me do. If you don't, go right ahead and follow suit. So, what we're going to do, again, I love the prismatic packaging there. Never gets old. Coming in here, again, don't often remember to showcase this, but it's kind of got the same little concept there. So, we're going to go ahead, if you keep this for your storage boxes, shoe boxes, notebooks, scrapbooks, whatever you may do with it, make sure you cut the tape right here at the edges before you bend this back. But I don't worry about that, so I'm going to go ahead and slide the card and sticker sheet out. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Bend this back again. Don't come in and just like grab him by the tail or, the mane or something. Work the plastic instead. It works quite nicely. So we'll go ahead and let me try to get him in frame. Chase McCain is hidden. If you spot him, always make sure to post up. There's a little, yeah, you can't really see squat of Trailblazer there, can you? Anyway, he's there. You know he's there. That's all that matters. What we're going to do is take a look In addition to the stat card, you get the sticker sheet. You can put that on your poster, notebook, giant jumbo poster from the Dark Edition, whatever you want to do. There's the name tag. Below that, you have got a QR code and a web code. Card stats. These are not in-game stats, but card stats for Trailblazer. Power, 100 of 250. Armor, 100 of 250. Speed or agility, 140 of 250. Luck, fairly low, 40 of 250. That said, what does that add up to? I had a guess it might be 380, and it is 380. So, just like Cobra Cadabra, Trailblazer ranks in at 380 out of a potential 1,000. Now, we will go ahead and grab this guy. I'll kind of spin him around for you. His slogan is, of course, the main event, his box stock stats. Max health, 270. Speed, 85. That is a wickedly high number. If he is fast, that is going to be sweet. Armor, 18. I thought it might be a little bit higher than that. Kind of looked like he was plated up a little bit. Critical hit, 30. And then, of course, elemental power, 25. Trailblazer was always hot-tempered, especially when he saw anything as being unfair. One day, he came across another unicorn that was trapped in a net. But it wasn't just any unicorn. It was the mythical unicorn, a magical creature with a churro horn that sprinkled enchanted cinnamon throughout Skylands. If you ever wondered where that enchanted cinnamon came from, it was from the churro corn of the unicorn. So, learn something all the time, do you not? Trailblazer freed it at once soon after the dark wizards who had set the trap returned and were very angry to find their dastardly deed had been thwarted. What were the dark wizards going to do with cinnamon, I wonder? Maybe they're just going to bake a cake. You never know. I mean, you can't really, accuse people of horrible things until you know. Maybe they had good intentions. We'll assume they don't, though, because they are, after all, dark wizards. That said, Trailblazer was much more fired up, for it turned out the spicy cinnamon from the churro horn had somehow rubbed off on him and mixed with the elemental fire. So he was literally set ablaze with fury. He then ran fiery circles around the wizards, forcing them to flee and never return. After realizing his newfound fury could be used to fight evil everywhere, Trailblazer sought out the Skylanders, who immediately welcomed him as a member. I would too, and if I was the Skylanders and Master Eon, I would see if he could summon the unicorn that he saved, so we could have some of that magic cinnamon around, I don't know about you, I like cinnamon things. So, cinnamon applesauce, cinnamon mints, which are incredibly hard to find. Even this time of year, I used to eat those things like I would take them with me. They're just like a peppermint, and you can't find them anymore, and that's really sad to me. So I need to find the unicorn and get some magic cinnamon and make some mints. That said, I think this guy looks really, really cool. Obviously, the red base, I love the fire. Just like last time with Swap Force, you had the blue base that blended in with our water element Skylanders. Just like kind of the orange and Giants blended in, the red really blends in. It's almost like the base isn't there, which is awesome in my opinion for the aesthetics value. He looks like a hot, fiery unicorn, essentially. He's got the mane that's on fire. The fire is very well done. You've got the traditional fire here, red and orange. In my opinion, that looks significantly better than the fire that is from Torch and Blast Zone in the previous game. I don't know why. I guess maybe it's got more of a translucence value to it. The horse himself, it's almost like a Enfuego Cinnamon. That's what I will dub that color. Don't know if that means anything to you, but it sounds cool to me, so that's what I'm going to run with. He's got really nice. The yellow is a perfect choice for the eyes with the black. Exact replica mirror on that side. He's kind of got an angry grunt. Looks like he's really proud, in control of the situation, and about to take out some bad guys. He's got the hoof raised if he's about to rear up, maybe charge, run, gallop full speed ahead. Again, he's got the nice kind of... This is one of those situations where I don't mind the bronze or the goldish colors, because it just honestly ties in better. As much as I prefer silver over gold, it just works with red sometimes, and this is one of those instances. So props for that color selection. I love the straight up yellow there. Kind of gives like the furnace-y look like you saw with Blast Zone, the Swapper, and Skylander Swap Force. Just overall a really, really cool looking character. Think we've covered everything here. $9.99 should be hitting stores anytime. What I want to do now I sadly don't have one of my favorite Skylanders ever here, who is Igniter. But here's a little idea for you. If you recall, there was a Mario Kart game, Double Dash, where you had to have characters team up. One drives, one does, special attacks or whatever. What if in Skylanders 5, maybe even 6 or 7, or sometime down the line, maybe some mini game, who knows, what if you could combine, like Skylanders Tag Team? I'm just throwing this out, literally just thought of this before I unboxed this Trailblazer. What if you had Skylanders Tag Team, and you could literally come in here, and it would need to be like elementally aligned, perhaps? I don't know, maybe you do like Warnado and Jetvac or something, or a team together, and you can like cycle out. The CPU plays the character you're not. So if I'm Terrafin and my nephew is here, he could be Dino Ring. If my nephew's not here, I could be Terrafin and the CPU would be Dino Ring, and we could like go through the levels together. Picture these combinations for me, because it's almost as if this guy was designed just for this purpose, is what I was thinking. Picture Igniter in the saddle on top of Trailblazer, riding through Skylands, speedrunning levels, and absolutely destroying everything in his path. And tell me that is not awesome. Now, I'm already a step ahead of you because I've thought of this as well. Take Igniter off, Mr. Sword and Shield. Okay, we'll get him out, and he kind of has a similar backstory as well with the Dark Wizards. But anyway, now put Flameslinger on top of this guy. You increase the speed, and you've got Flameslinger shooting arrows off of Trailblazer, who has his attacks. You'd have to structure it where, when these mounted together, you would have, like primary attack would be Flameslinger shooting arrows, secondary attack would be like a charge from Trailblazer. It would be an interesting dynamic, obviously, and what I mean by the tag team, it's not just the two characters that would be standalone, but they would actually interact like that. For example, Hot Dog could ride Trailblazer. Trailblazer could ride with Sunburn, and I don't know. It's a really freaking good idea, I think. Skylanders Tag Team. You heard it here first, and I'm pretty proud of that little once. What happens when you think too much? You sometimes come up with pretty dadgum cool ideas. So this could bring everyone back into play in a unique way. If you're a Ghost Roaster fan, okay, picture him with Rattleshake or Night Shift. That would be like a dream team for me. Ghost Roaster and Night Shift. That would just be, and it would have to be, well thought out per character, how they would combine to interact type thing. But pretty good idea, even if you kept it basic for some of them. And just like you made it to where only elemental aligned characters could, tag team, into one character, or elementally opposed, or certain combinations. But just having the ability to, I'm playing Stump Smash and I want the CPU to be camo, or I want the CPU to be chill, or something like that, fire and ice type things going on. Picture the actual literal concept where you've got the two characters and you hit maybe the fourth button and Igniter mounts up on Trailblazer. I don't know. I think it's awesome. I think it's a great idea. And if it happens, you heard it here, December 17th, 2014. One of Wisdom's YouTube channel. So that's a pretty dadgum good idea. I don't know. If you think that's a great idea, leave a comment down below. Sign up on the Skylander forum. Tweet me. Post it on Facebook or Google Plus or Skylander Club forum. Maybe if enough people are like, good Lord, that's awesome. Why has no one thought of that? Maybe it'll happen. I don't know. I think it's a pretty dadgum great thing. So that said, you got a lot of bonus content there. As you can tell, I'm pretty excited, not only about Trailblazer, but the tag team concept. So out of all of Wave 3, obviously Blastermind I'm very excited about, because he's going to open up the gates and you can progress through things you couldn't. But I tend to align myself more with Newlanders, because they could come back. If I really turn out to like Trailblazer, or Cobra Cadabra turns out to be my favorite character, there's a chance in Skylanders 5 they'll have a Series 2 pose. Whereas the Trapmasters, they kind of assume the role of the Swappers and the Giants. They're kind of like a special guest star, and they're pretty much a one and done, at least at this point in time. So with the core characters, there's a chance Trailblazer here might wind up with like Series 5, 10 games down the road. So it's always something that kind of helps draw my, affection in that direction, if that makes any sense. And it did rhyme, so you gotta give me that. But that's it for myself, Trailblazer, and Skylanders Tag Team, which again you heard about here first. Thanks so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, make sure you do that. You can follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. My personal site is oneofwisdom.com, and there's so much detail there I had to carry it over into a forum form, which you can find skylanderclub.com. Check the site out. If you like it, sign up. We would absolutely love to have you. It is run by me. There's no third parties involved. There's no spam messages or anything. You'll basically get an activation email, and that's it. So, SkylanderClub.com, oneofwisdom.com. Make sure you are subscribed. We're going to come in and unbox Kaboom next. You won't want to miss that. Things might blow up. Never know. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and Trailblazer and I will catch you back here next time.